Hey everybody, this is the audio that goes with my newsletter, the ABI Approach. I was walking this morning with a great thought leader. Let's call her Julia. She's smart. One sentence into the answer to the question, describe your work, it was clear to me that she knew what she was talking about. She was able to hold big ideas and do work that mattered. And throughout the conversation, she also shared moments of self-doubt and a tendency to let the big later get in the way of the small now. I've seen this repeated in great thought leaders who seem to be held back commercially. So here's 3 ideas. I call them System 52, the Psyche Pendulum, and the ABI Approach. And I reckon these can help you run a commercially successful, consciously led practice as an expert. Let's start with System 52. Often big thinkers are systems thinkers, so they're able to see all the moving parts in a problem, and as such, you're sometimes overwhelmed by where to start or what small element of the work they do could be pushed forward as an angle, like as a positioning. And if this is you, the answer probably lies in your existing body of work. You don't need to find something new outside of you. You might find the angle you seek in the work you currently do. So see your body of work as a system of, say, 52 interconnected ideas, like playing cards, right? Pick one and play it as a conversational starter. This idea is a card in a deck of cards, like lead with an ace, and don't lead with your whole process to fix a system. If you have thoughts on the future of work, for example, maybe you start with how to make meetings work. If you help develop leaders, maybe you start with how they run performance reviews. So find a component of the system. Don't lead with the whole system. The second big idea is what I call the psyche pendulum. Almost always, in great thinkers, in all of us, there's this sense of self-doubt at play. I do this as well. Am I good enough or am I too much? And both these questions sort of exist on different ends of a continuum, a pendulum of sorts that our psyche swings between. I am not good enough and I am too much, playing out like background music in our minds. I think this is the mind's way of keeping us safe and in the harbour, but boats, of course, are not made to sit in the harbour. So it helps to reduce the risk and lower the stakes around your work. So just ship something. Start with a newsletter you send out to 250 people who you know and who know you. Start there. Social media is fine. Its job is to keep you front of mind, introduce your work to strangers, and be a place where you publish content iteratively. The goal, though, is to build a community of commitment around your ideas, to be a thinker worth following. Put good ideas out into the world to people who care about them. That's the psyche pendulum. Got to get over it, right? The third one is the ABI habit or the ABI approach. Finally, you want to always be inviting, that's what ABI stands for, ABI, people to engage with you somehow. Every month and quarter, be up to something and put invitations to engage in front of people. To always be inviting might mean you put messages below the fold of your newsletter banner, suggest a download, subscribe, follow, or connect in your PS. Always be inviting. You can't sell a secret and you have no idea who might be tracking what you do or when that person might be ready to buy. Your job is not to sell so much as to keep putting explicit invitations out to people so that when they're ready, they know you are too. Lots of love. Hope you run your practice really, really well. And if it's time you became an expert and became known as the go-to person in your field, it might be time to join our School for Experts.